What's up, homies? I'm going to be breaking down YouTube for real estate in more detail than you've probably ever heard it in your life. I took a little break, but I'm back. And so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what you need to be, having on your YouTube channel these days to compete. If you look around any city, there's 3, 5, 10, 15, 50 YouTube channels, right? So I'm coaching so many agents and their channels are just plummeting, right? Even some of the top agents. So first and foremost, we got to talk about, what is causing that and then how you can really take over market share. So number one, guys, if you aren't paying attention to your thumbnails, you're screwed. Like, this is probably taking me the most time out of everything that I do, right? I shoot over hour-long videos. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. We're going to talk about how much, how many videos you should shoot a week, how long, and everything about YouTube for real estate. But right now, I probably spend the most amount of time on my thumbnails. Sometimes, unfortunately, a half a day, right? So, if we come over here and we check out the YouTube channel. Sorry about that, homies. Right, I've got a lot of these, thumbnails and stuff that I've really been working hard on, and you can kind of see it. I'm gonna break this down, but you can tell what you get in these, and so I've been putting a lot of time and effort. There I am into these thumbnails. So what does this mean for you guys? We're just gonna examine. Like, I'm just literally bringing up YouTube. I didn't know what was gonna happen, but I want to show you because I started really losing a lot of my traction and I really wasn't ranking anymore. A lot of that had to do with video performance. We're going to talk more about that. But two, with more and more, with 20 realtors in your market doing the same videos, if your thumbnails suck, you're never going to get clicked. And there's huge mistakes that everybody is making and you need to avoid them. So right out of the gate, in fact, I can slide this up. I'll let you guys see it a little better. Just viewing some of these thumbnails. And again, this is just, I just went to YouTube and pulled it up. I personally, I gravitate right here. Boom. I'm just looking at this and I'm like, dude, there's a part of me right now that wants to actually just turn this camera off and watch this video. Now I'm gonna break down why and how this can work for you in your market. But I love golf. This is Bryson DeChambeau and that is John Daly. John Daly is an absolute unit. This is a segment that Bryson's been trying to do where he's trying to break 50 with a partner and they go from like the women's tees, right? So actually when I'm done, I'm gonna watch this, but it's so clear to me what I get in this. Now it doesn't show him swinging, it doesn't show him, putting, nothing. It's just the people. And that's important for you going forward. And I think that's something that I've really worked hard at as of late on our channel, is the brand, this right here. So I get that question a lot. And I just keep going over here to this one, and I'm really sorry if you're obviously following, my living in method, doing a living in YouTube channel, but you've got, a live in Dallas, why live in Dallas? So I think this is perfect for you guys. I see so much wrong with this thumbnail right here. Now, he released it 10 days ago. He's got 800 views, and he's trying to show $1 million homes in Prosper or in Dallas, Texas, right? Again, we come over here, and these aren't even performing that well, but, in 12 days, I got 8,000 views. In 5 days, I got 10K views. In 2 weeks, 15,000, 3 weeks, 25,000 views. So I'm not sitting here saying I'm better, but I bet you I kicked the shit out of his click-through rate, right? So thumbnails, this just populated here, and I hope whoever this is, maybe they see this video and it helps them, but it's gonna help you guys. What does 1 million get you in Prosper, Texas? Now, if you guys can see this, I'll step out so I'm not in focus. I think that's a water tower behind him. He's floating, and it's just like it's like a field right here, and some houses, right? I didn't mean to play it, but we'll watch it. So as you can see, that it is it. Okay, so he just copied this for his thumbnail. He's got a 12-minute video, and he's doing chapters. I didn't know I was gonna be talking about chapters today, but I don't like chapters. I think they're a bad idea. People can skip through here so easily. I already know now that this guy's introduction is over a minute long. That is a massive killer. So I'm doing something a little different. Instead of editing these videos really highly, I'm just gonna be very raw and open with you guys to just show you what I'm seeing. So right out of the gate, I learned that, and a lot of people follow me for the past 5-6 years on the living in method, and we used to have big long intros and calls to action. We don't do that anymore because I saw basically 80-90% of my traffic falling off, right? Now, I'm gonna tell you at the end of this video why 70% of my views are coming from the television set, which is crazy, but now that I've gone back, that video's gone. but you can actually, go back. This is actually somebody here in Salado, Texas, following, exactly what I'm doing. I know that, people look at my channel and my videos and try to emulate it, but immediately you see the difference. Again, this is an automatic, revival, but at least you can see, what's in there. So I just think at the end of the day, when I started this, I used to shoot these videos and I could have like okay thumbnails, but I didn't have any other competition. So the viewers, the buyers, the clients who were moving, relocating, they didn't have anything else to watch. So video quality, thumbnail quality, all of that didn't matter as much. It was always important, but I just didn't have competition. But now you're going up against such steep competition. It's really important that we focus on thumbnails. So with a thumbnail, basically, and I showed you, the reason I showed you Bryson DeChambeau is because when I looked at that page, I saw him immediately, okay? And I'm starting to learn. I love my titles. My titles get people to click too, and even certain words in those, but it's they gotta see right out of the gate what they get. And so, big mistake, and I see that with 99% of real estate agents is they're doing thumbnails with way too many words and the background has nothing to do with the video, and it's not stopping people. So if you're gonna do what $1 million gets you in Prosper, Texas, show me a mansion right behind you, right? And just point to it. I mean, you don't even need any words, right? But I have noticed that, putting prices or those kind of things, again, I split test. I've split tested thousands of thumbnails. I'm running constant tests to see which ones, work better. Should I put yellow lettering? Should I put white lettering? And then as more and more people copy my style, I'm having to, kind of adjust mine. But there's one thing that I never take out of it, and that is me, right? So the important part of this is going to come down here when we talk about number 3, which I think is probably one of the best things that real estate agents can do 2024 going forward with so much competition. What I talk about here is going to help you to, because you're probably already thinking, damn, there's 10, 15, 20 agents already doing this in my market. Like, how am I going to stand out? Don't worry, we'll get there. But with the thumbnails, less is more. And then, behind you, show what they get. I've even gone as far as taking the opening clip of my video, and that is my thumbnail, because when people hover over it to see it. Well, if you do a bait and switch thumbnail where you have this beautiful house and it shows it, but then they hover over the video and it's you just sitting, like this in your studio and you're talking forever, boom, they're gone. It kills you, right? Click-through rates, they're not gonna click, they're gonna move on. So make sure that you're teaming up your thumbnail with, once they open that video, they get it. So my intros, I'm typically, boom, I'm opening up, I'm right out in the street, I go. So the next one I just wanted to talk about here was length of video. These, man, I stress the most about my thumbnails, and I make a ton of them, and I go back and forth, and I watch them. The first hour when my video is released, I watch my click-through rate, and it's got to hit a certain benchmark, and if it doesn't, I'm in there immediately. So I release my video, and then I'm watching to make sure that click-through rate's up there. But this has had a huge, how do you say it? Like, this is probably not the most important, but the biggest change that I've had in real estate. I'm gonna have to go to the computer just to show you what I mean by this. There I am, I'm in there. Let me raise my camera up a little bit so y'all can see me. I'm just gonna bust in here and show you, this is some pretty crazy statistics, and you guys need to think about this. If you wanna separate in your market, you gotta start going long with these videos. And the main reason is because let's say there's 10 different videos with the same title, pros and cons or whatever. I don't do any of those anymore. I do all vlogs. I went back to 100% vlogs, but same style of video, same house, same video title. They're gonna look for that one that has the longest average view durations. YouTube is all about average view durations, watch time. I don't care what anybody else teaches you about YouTube for real estate. They've most likely come through my training, my course at some point, but they're going to teach you about a lot of YouTube shorts. They're going to talk about, these, avoid moving hairstyle videos and stuff. But I think people who go long and show houses, show areas, and do vlogging, you're just going to win, right? If you want to just cheat, do 2-3 videos a week and make short ones, go ahead. But your videos are going to go up and die, up and die, up and die. And that is just what happened. That's what happened to me. In fact, if I go back, check this out. You want me to prove it? If I go to lifetime, look at my analytics. So we were closing homes and growing, right? Here's the first big step. right there. If I actually zoomed out, this goes from averaging, as you can see, 1,200, 1,500, 1,600, 2,000 views. So I was in growth mode here, and then I got lazy. My thumbnails sucked and my videos got shorter, but I was still doing 2, 3 a week. And then check it out, it just started dying. I was literally 600 views a day, and this is with all of my videos. So the more I was doing, the less I was getting. And then I went, okay, I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm gonna go to, vlogging. So I started vlogging, and as you can see, look at my baseline. 2, 3, 4, 5,000 views a day. And then what happened here, this is what I'm gonna talk about. This is when I became just basically untouchable in this market. And as you can see just to the right in the last 48 hours, this is slow too. Usually I've got a lot more videos popping more than this. Now, there's something that I don't have time to get into today. It's called YouTube 2.0, but if you're an agent who's got a channel that's long, you guys, this is, 2020. So this is 4 or 5 years old. There's another reason that you're sloping down like this, and I go over it in my YouTube 2.0 course. There's nothing like it you'll ever find. Why your channel does that, but this is what I'm trying to get into right now, is when I started seeing these massive spikes and peaks, and then look at my baseline floor now, 10, 20,000 views a day, right? So let's get in here, and I'm just gonna go over this real quick, because you guys ask me every day, how long should my videos be? And what's funny is people ask me, hey, how long should my videos be? And I'm like, you know what? Just work on getting them longer and longer and longer. I like to go 45 minutes to an hour 15. It's just what I do. And people will kind of like fight back at me of like, well, I just don't have time to do that. And it's just easier to do my 2 videos, set the camera up and go. You can do that 1,000 times and you will never beat me. One of my videos will dominate yours forever, because look at the amount of impressions I'm getting now, right? 88 million impressions, homies. And we just set a record right now as the middle of August 2024. The real estate market is coming to a complete halt. Like, some of these markets are just dead, right? Like, this is tough. And we had our record setting month after month, June and July. July, we did 263,000 in gross commissions from our YouTube channel. So over $250,000 we made in 1 month from this channel. And as you can see, when I go lifetime, it's a lot shorter because I've got some older videos. Let's go the last 90 days. You can see this average view duration. So my average view duration is 10 minutes, 30 seconds. And as you can see, the top drivers to my channel are browse and suggested, right? A lot of YouTube coaches out there, they don't really know what they're talking about. They're going to talk about search. You need to dominate in search. You need to rank. That's old school. If you are just ranking and your top driver to your channel is YouTube search, that means your videos are too short. Again, I go into really deep coaching. I break down people's channels. This is what we do weekly in our private coaching. So if you're interested in that, everything's down in the description below. I also partner with agents all across the country. If you join us at EXP, I give you my courses for free. You get me personally whenever you want. I coach you up. So that's where people see the most growth. But the reason I know this stuff is because I've coached and I've helped thousands of channels. And so people go, Jackson, my channel's not growing. It's not doing this. So I just hop on, and this is the first thing I look at. Data don't lie, right? If I see average view durations right here, like 4, 5, 6 minutes long, and they've got YouTube search up at the top, and they've got 2, 3 minute average view duration on search, I'm like, your videos are just too short, right? You go up for a little bit and you die. YouTube does not want to put your videos out there. So yes, you might rank in search, but it's not putting you out to suggested and browse. Again, this is just the last 90 days. I have 13 million impressions, right? Look at your channel at the last 90 days and see how many total impressions. It may be 1,000, couple thousand, couple 10, 10 plus thousand. But I am doing long videos. Nothing I teach is fake. Everything is based off of data analytics. I know these data analytic points better than any human on planet Earth when it comes to YouTube specific content for realtors. And I just know right out of the gate, this long content, in fact, 50%. You want to see something crazy? Oh, Jackson, everybody wants shorter. They want, make sure it vertical on the phone and Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. You got to be doing shorts. Bullshit. Look at this, homies. Device type. Last 90 days. Oh, weird. 64.8% of my views are coming from the television set. That means people are sitting down and watching me. How do I do that? Well, that's what we got to talk about next, homies. We're going to pop up. But before I talk about that, again, down in the description below, we have all of our information if you're interested in any kind of private coaching, one-on-one with me. joining us at EXP, where I give you all of my trainings for free. You get my personal cell phone number, and we hop on Zooms as much as you want, because I'm going to 10x you. I know this stuff better than anybody, but you can contact me down below, info@jacksonwilkie.com. And also, I want to start something new. I'm going to be answering all of your guys' questions. So comment down below whatever question you have. But what I'd like to see more is you just email me, info@jacksonwilkie.com, with your questions. And then I'm going to start bringing up everybody's questions, and I'll break it down analytically. I will give you everything that I got. So the length of the video, longer, the better, right? And I understand if you're a new agent, you're like 45 minutes. You got to work at it, right? Start doing 8-minute, 10-minute videos, right? And then just start working up and up. The problem with trying to start with 45-minute or hour-long videos is it might be very boring, might be monotonous. And if you do an hour-long video, but your average view duration on that thing is only 2 minutes long, it doesn't matter. It's still gonna, not work for you. It's still not gonna rank. It's not gonna get browsed. It's a combination. I shoot hour-long videos, but I'm able to keep people's attention for 14, 16, 18 minutes on average. And that is why I get thrown out to browse and suggested, because YouTube, the #1 goal of it, make money off ads, right? So if my videos keep the viewer's attention the most on the platform for those keywords, then it's gonna throw it out there to everybody, and it's gonna charge a premium on my videos. And that is why too, on my channel, I make sometimes $2,500 to $3,500 a month on AdSense revenue, because my videos are so long. They're charging a huge premium. I don't need to get into that, but any proof you want to battle me, any human out there wants to talk about, YouTube Shorts versus YouTube Longs, I'll smash you with data. But if you actually want to get home sales and you want these videos to last forever and work 24/7 and actually lead generate, you're going to want to go long with it. So number 3, I will just call it, what happened? The light just flickered? Posting schedule. Okay, another big question that I get, damn, my camera turned off. So I'll go to this one. Another big question that I get is my posting schedule. So how often, how many videos per week? We already know the length, right? We're gonna go long as we can. I've got a new thing on this, okay? So when I showed you the spike on my channel, one thing changed. I decided to come up with my own show, okay? So every week I talk about this video, I talk about my show, I tell my viewers exactly what time it starts, and that way, over time, I have beaten this into my viewers' heads. And what did I tell you earlier? On my board up there, I'm going to turn this off so I can get it back, but when I was talking about thumbnails and I wrote me, it goes into the show. So now whenever my show is released, I have a certain day and a certain time that I do it every single week. These people are showing up ready with their coffee, with their tea, with their husband, with their wife, and they are watching me. 64.8% of my views are coming from the television set. And if we go and we check that out, right? What's the average view duration on that, homies? 12 minutes, 35 seconds. So my longest average view rate, well, that makes sense, right? So I just want you guys to understand this right now, that the YouTube for real estate front is getting tougher and tougher and tougher. And you're only gonna put yourself farther behind the 8 ball if you continue to do shorter videos, your thumbnails are really messy, and you're just kind of mailing it in. That doesn't work anymore. And don't stress out about this. This just means that you need to find yourself. You need to find a good day and time that works for you, and you need to come up with your own show. So when I talked about Bryson, it's Beat 50. I've watched a lot of those. I love watching it. I love the way he does it, and I love seeing the guests that he brings on. So I show up. So when I see it, I gotta have it, right? And that is the whole thumbnail, the click-through rate. That is a click-through rate that now people expect. They expect to see his next show. And so you'll see a lot of the comments on my videos is like, man, we can't wait for the next show, the next show. And the funny thing is, there's so many people in Houston copying what I do. I get so many comments of like, oh my gosh, everybody's copying you. They're even releasing it the same day and time, but we only love you. What you need to learn from that, if you are a Houston agent, do something different. Don't sound like me, don't act like me, don't do videos like me, and don't post the same time as me, because the entire audience knows it. And everybody wants to just go out there and watch something that's already being done and try to duplicate it. When I say posting schedule, you do your show, you do it at a time that works for you, at a different time than other people, and you make your own show. Okay, so I talk about this all the time. If I was back in my hometown of Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, I would do a weekly show breaking down individual neighborhoods on the map. I would just break it down, map videos 20, 30, 40, 60 minutes long, and I would be so in depth, in detail, and I would actually go out and walk some of these areas, vlog them, and I know that over time, in a couple months, people are not going to want to miss that show because I am giving them so much data, so much information that that's going to give them the trust to end up calling me to get more leads. So guys, right now that it's only going to get more difficult, and if you think that just kind of putting videos out there works, it doesn't. I constantly, and I have the biggest channel here and I'm growing the most, am trying to tweak my game and tweak my show every time to be original. I never, and I mean never, watch anybody else's YouTube channel, anybody else's YouTube videos. I never, ever, ever in my video want to say even one word that somebody else did because the viewers know it. So if I know in my mind everything that comes out of my mouth and every video that I do is original to me, even if that area or that house has been shot before, if I say it the way that I say it and I don't copy anything, I know that I will have original content. And that's what's going to win. You don't need to have the biggest channels. In fact, I'm coaching agents, especially the ones that have partnered with us at EXP. I was just coaching a brother sister the other day, and they came up behind 4 or 5 other channels that have been established for years, and they are just straight dominating them because they're going through exactly what I just taught you guys today. But they joined me at EXP, and I'm coaching them. So we watch their videos, we break it down. I see when people are leaving the video, I'm seeing when people are staying, and we're keeping those, we're dropping, right? There's a lot to this. So if you really want to take it serious and you really want, someone like me in your back pocket, feel free to reach out and go, hey, I'm interested in the partnership at EXP. I don't know if it fits for me. Good. A lot of people that I talk to, I say, it's not a fit for you, but hey, we have courses or training or all my free videos, but at least you're going to know after that as well. So again, info@jacksonwilkie.com is my email. It's down in my description. So shoot me an email with any question that you have pertaining YouTube for real estate, anything at all. I don't care if you've never even shot a video. In fact, beginner questions are typically my favorite. I will highlight you, your name, and I will bring you up. And if you don't want me to, you just put it in the email. Hey, I don't want that, right? I don't want my name out there. But if you do want a little highlight, make sure you let me know. Send me your questions and I will answer those. And if I were to start a brand new channel today, I actually just did a video on it. It's right here. So I would probably do almost every single thing differently than when I started 5-6 years ago. I know I do it differently now. Go watch this video right here. And don't forget to send your questions to info@jacksonwilkie.com.